It's good to be back on the floor. I think the guys really needed to play against somebody else in a crowd setting. As I told the team, I've kind of felt like our practices have been a little stale the last 4 or 5 practices. And I think playing against somebody else in front of the crowd hopefully will cure that problem. Because we step on the court Sunday, it's game week, and it's for real. And, we did some good things. I thought our transition game, we got that going in the second half or in the first half, kind of the second rotation through. And I thought our shot selection for the most part was pretty good. We cleaned up some offensive rebounding problems that we had against Missouri. And we cut our turnovers down considerably compared to that game. So it's a step in the right direction. And, once again, we got a lot of guys on the floor, and they got a taste of it. Trying to figure out the rotation is going to be a challenge because we have several guys that can help us. And we just it might be a situation on who's playing best that night. But obviously hard to play 6 guys in the front line. We're going to have to trim that down probably. But I liked the contributions we got from the bench. And all in all, a good night.
Questions for the student athlete?
Both guys, you were close run with Missouri, and then this is your little exhibition before, like Mac alluded to, the games are going to count. Now, what do you think you guys are doing well as a team, and what do you think you need to get better at, before the games start?
I think what we need to get better at is working the ball around a little more on offense. We're having so many good shooters. I think working the ball around will get guys open shots and, just communicating on defense because that's what's going to help us a lot. We struggled a little bit last year, and I think if our communication is at a high level, it'll help everybody become a better defender.
Kind of just piggyback off what Marcus said, moving the ball around on offense, competing on defense, trying to hold teams to low field goal percentages, work on rebounding, and just fixing a lot of little stuff. I think that'll bring us together.
What do you think you're doing well?
I think we have a lot of good energy. First game, so that's expected. But I liked our energy, and I like how cohesive we was on the court. So going forward, hopefully we can keep it together. Marcus and myself was talking, and we said it feels like it's the longest off season ever, just because we're so ready to get on the court and play someone else besides Creighton. Ourselves. So just seeing someone else in front of us that we don't know or that we don't practice against every day, that was pretty fun. And we had the best fans in the country in here, so it was fun. Really just being on the court was the first part, getting on the court and, playing. I feel like everything else really take care of itself. As long as you're playing hard, working on perfecting your role, you really don't have anything else to worry about. Everything else will fall into place.
For me, not playing in over a year, it's definitely exciting to get back on the floor. So, like I was telling my teammates, I'm treating this one like a game. So, everything, I'm going to give it my all. And, that's what I'm going to give to my teammates every game. I kind of felt it. I felt I was going to make it. So, I definitely took it. I seen the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you saw, everybody was ready to play from the beginning of the game, and we were communicating at a high level. Now, if we keep that communication at that high of a level at the beginning of the game and extend it through the whole game, then, we're going to be a good defensive team, too.
You kind of look like a new guy out on the court this year. Do you feel like a new guy?
it's a new year, so I try to approach it and try to improve, and not just like shooting or anything like that. Improve everything: rebounds, assists, points, lessen my turnovers. So I guess you could say I feel like a new guy, but it's a new year, so that's to be expected.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you Sunday.
All right, Coach.
All right, Coach.
Continue with questions for head coach Greg McDermott.
Mac, you know, it's only 2 games, not gonna count on record, but did you see improvements tonight that you wanted to see in a short time from the close scrimmage and, you know, the 2 blows you've had at this team?
I think so. It may be difficult to judge because obviously, you know, Wayne State's a Division II team and they're kind of a rebuilding Division II team. So when I watched the film, especially the defensive blockouts, I thought it was lacking. The physicality of our blockouts against Missouri wasn't where it needed to be. When I watch the film, I just got to see, are we going, you know, Wayne State got a lot of guys back in transition. So when we had opportunities to go get somebody, did we do it? You know, we fouled more against Missouri. Missouri probably put it on the floor a little bit more than Wayne State does, so that's something that still is a concern of mine. But, you know, overall, I thought guys came off the bench, gave us effort. Obviously, the freshman, I thought Davion was nervous early. Justin was in a hurry, and we got to get him to slow down a little bit. But, you know, all in all, those guys have to get their feet wet and go through this first time, and the nervous energy that you have the first time you play in front of a crowd. Well, you know, it's hard to do it beforehand. You just try to get him to relax and breathe. And you know, with Justin, I was constantly talking to him, just slow down. You know, he feels like he has to make the play so quick, and that's where some of his turnovers came. Because he is a talented passer, and we want to be able to use that ability to our advantage. But he's just got to slow down and make the easy play. And I think too often tonight, at times, you know, he and Davion in particular maybe tried to make the great play instead of the simple play. And Davion's last run there before we substituted, I talked to him about just worry about trying to get your teammates shots. And I think everything else will fall into place. And he made a nice pass to Ronnie on a back cut and then a nice pass underneath to Martine. So, you know, he's got to continue to play that way because, you know, there's going to be times we're going to need him. The first half he was first off the bench, and I want to get Toby a few over 4 minutes, so Toby was first off the second half. You know, we started Cole simply because it's easier for Cole when he's loose rather than having to sit there and try to get going again. And I thought Cole did some better things. You know, he just it's a struggle coming back from what we're asking him to come back from. That was major surgery. And to get his timing and his footwork and his balance and everything back has been a bit of a struggle. And you know, as you can see, he and Zach just aren't not back where they once were. And it might be the first of the year before they are back to that level.
Do you like what Ronnie can give you with that first unit still? Because obviously, Cole's the first one to sit. That's Ronnie going in to start the 4 after that. Do you like?
You know, I like Ronnie's energy regardless of who he's with. He seems to, you know, raise the level of energy on the floor, and he's playing more within himself this year in practice and what you saw tonight against Missouri. And you know, he was trying to make too many plays in the past and sometimes foolish plays, and he's learning to make the simple play, and he's improved defensively. And you know, he's all around. Ronnie's been a different guy since the end of last season. He's changed his habits off the floor. You know, some life habits that needed to change, frankly, and it's carried over onto the floor. And some of those distractions that maybe were in his life that were causing him and I not to get along very well, he's eliminated. And it's amazing how much you can grow as a basketball player if you take some of those distractions out of your life. And to his credit, he's done that. Yeah, I liked our focus defensively. You know, and I thought, you know, Thomas is their took twice as many shots as anybody else last year, so we knew he was going to come in here hunting shots. Obviously, he's from here. He wants to get some shots up, and I thought Maurice did a very good job of making his tough early. And then when you got Taz and Marcus on the wings, those are pretty long, athletic defenders that can make some things happen. And I thought Cole and Justin were solid inside to start. So we made their looks difficult early, and we rebounded the basketball. So it was good to see. And like I said, my biggest challenge is going to try to figure out who's going to play and how much they're going to play, because of my 7 years here, there's certainly more guys that are ready to play. I mean, Tyler Clement has really practiced well for us, and he's given us spot minutes in the past, and haven't really used him in the rotation either one of these games because I'm trying to get the freshmen some minutes. But we've got a lot of guys that have the ability to play. Now it's, can they get the trust level and their consistency in their decisions to be able to put out there in a pressure situation.
It's not a number you can always control, but do you like what you ended up with free throw line attempts-wise, and did you think you guys were doing a good job of, taking the coach's initiative, driving to the basket, not setting the
Yeah, Marcus, I thought, really attacked the rim. Maurice shot some jump shots early, but that's what they gave him, and he was able to knock those down. So we fouled too much in the second half and put Wayne State there too much. But overall, I thought we did a good job there, and we had some guys that had tough nights again at the free throw line. We've got to clean some of that up because Justin's a better free throw shooter than that. Certainly Marcus is. Kobe's a good shooter. He missed his too. So that's something we've got to spend some time at. But it's going to be important that we get there. And Marcus only played 16 minutes, and Wap played 23. Those two guys are on the floor a little bit longer. We're going to have a few more free throws.
Any other questions?
Thank you.